Walnut Village was beautiful, and the staff were so friendly. And we chose Walnut Village because it appeared to be the best match. But the number one thing was we knew Dad was going to need memory care soon. And we wanted a place where Mom could visit him regularly without having to take a bus or be ferried over there. She literally was steps away, and that was the best for everybody. My favorite story of my dad in Summer House, and there's even film to prove it, is my dad dancing. My dad loved to dance whenever the musicians were there, or even sometimes they just played music because they knew it made him happy. But he'd get up and he would be dancing, and my dad, I'm gonna demonstrate because it's hilarious. My dad has this little shoulder dance that he would do. And those shoulders would get going, and he was having a good time, and he'd be laughing. And so sometimes he danced with my mom, but sometimes they caught him on film and he would be dancing with the nurses. And it just made him happy and them happy. And every time I see that little film that they gave to me, it warms my heart. The story that I would love to share about staff members truly is Pam and Terry and all of the other nurses, but they were kind enough to give me their cell phone numbers, and I was able to interact with them daily if I needed to. And there were times where Dad would be sick. He got COVID at one point. He just wasn't feeling well, and they never left me wondering how he was doing. I came over to visit, but there were always times in between where they were there for me and they would call me, and I could tell they cared about my dad as if he was their dad or their family member. We were all together on his last few days, and I'm telling you, they helped us through every moment. Yes, I would love to tell a story about staff members and how wonderful they've been with my dad. My dad I was so thankful. He was such a easygoing guy. And anytime that he started to be irritated or difficult, it was because something was wrong. He wasn't feeling well. And Pam especially, but along with Terry and Ramon and all of the others, they knew, and they would immediately call me or text me and say, something's not up with Dad. We need to check him out. We're watching him. You might need to take him to the doctor for a checkup. And they were just awesome about that. And I would come check on him, or in between, they'd be texting and calling me. And I never had to worry that I was missing out on something really important. And we together would keep him healthy and safe. And they were just amazing that way, and I'm so thankful. I would give the following advice to anyone who is beginning this journey or is in the middle of the journey. As you get to the end of the journey, you're often pretty well overwhelmed, and I would say early on is better. Do your research, find a place that's close enough that you can visit regularly and be involved with, but make sure that it's going to fit your needs. And don't be afraid or feel like you're being disloyal to your loved one, that you're going to have them live somewhere other than home. Everybody wants to stay at home as much as possible, but sometimes that's not the best thing for them. And absolutely 100%, being at Summer House was the best thing for my dad and for my mom, because she could go see him without having the stress of the daily taking care of him and following him around and making sure his needs were met. And the staff know every stage and what's coming next, and they knew how to meet his needs where he was. And that alone takes so much stress off of the family members, because you realize you're not alone in this. And I have many friends who are in this stage right now, and I keep telling them, don't do it alone. Don't just bring in people at home. That sounds great. That's not the same as the staff who truly are trained in this, the facility that is meant for them, the safety, the activities. You can't do all that at home. And it really does make for better quality as they get to these end stages with Alzheimer's or any memory issue.